Marhaba, my name is Sheba and welcome to my channel. This is See Like Sheba. And if this video found you, then I have some good news for you, my loves. You are the source. You're the source. What a freaking relief, am I right? Okay, let me tell you about why I was thinking about this. First of all, though, if it's your first time seeing me, hi, I'm Sheba, and this is my channel, See Like Sheba, and you should give me a like and a subscribe preemptively, and then at the end, yeah, we'll comment and see what you guys thought. Okay. Anyway, you're the source. Okay. So I was thinking about this. All right. Recently, I left my job. I quit my 6-figure lawyer government job that was super easy, super stable, but wanted to keep me small, wanted to take my voice, Ursula style. Absolutely not. Okay. And so, yeah, I was like, I really want to quit. 111 on my timer. Okay. And, so let's take us back to 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. Billy used to work at CNN, and it was a great job financially. He made a lot of money. It was super easy. He was really good at it. Everyone there loved him. He was so talented. But he wanted to quit because he realized it was an evil company. And this is, back at least 5 years ago. And so, yeah, he was just like, he had to quit. He did not feel good about himself using his power to help an evil company do well just so he could make some money. So, but when he was, working up he had to work up the courage kind of to quit, because everyone else in this very get the bag capitalist culture will tell you, once you have a good job, you just hold on to it and do whatever they tell you to so you can keep drawing that paycheck. And so, he was getting advice from other people and being like, should I quit? What should I do? How should I do it? And everyone else was like, no, don't quit. This is a great job. I was the one who was like, babe, you hate this job. You feel bad about yourself as a person contributing to this evil corporation. Okay, don't do it. Quit. And so when he did quit, and he was able to do it, when he wanted to quit, I was like, yeah, babe, do it. You got it. And so back then I was, working at the job I just quit. I'd been working there for 5 years, and, I wanted him to be able to live his purpose, live a life that he enjoyed and felt good about, without having to sell his soul, And so I was like, I don't want you to have to work hard or, jump to some other corporation to keep making money. I got you. We'll be fine, And so he was able to take that leap, because, he had me to support him, and it wasn't even a big deal. And so fast forward to 2 months ago, when I was like, I gotta leave this job. This is probably 3 months ago, when I was like, I have to leave. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I got to do it. I can't stay at this job for much longer. I want to be gone by September at the latest. And, so at first when I told Billy this, he was like, okay, well, I guess you got to kind of hit the ground running with YouTube, or we got to start doing, this stuff. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to work hard. I just want to quit, and I don't want to have to worry about what I'm doing after. I want to just be able to chill and know that I've got it covered, that it is covered for me. Okay. And, Billy was, bless his heart, he was a little he was like, okay. He saw that I was not going to be rushed. I was not going to be dissuaded, that I was like, I want to quit. I'm going to do it. And, I also didn't want him to go and get some job, like work for some other corporation where he could make like an easy buck, but maybe would sacrifice his energy, his values, or something like that. You know, I didn't want any of that to happen. So I was just like, relax. Okay. I'm going to quit and it's going to be fine. And something that happened though was like, for a little bit, I got sad. I was like, when Billy wanted to quit, I was like, yeah, do it. Totally. And I wasn't okay, well, if you're going to quit, then you got to make sure you have something lined up and you got to, get your resume out there and do all this stuff, or I'll have to take on more stuff and all this. Nope. I was just like, you want to quit? Great. Do it. We'll figure it out. No worries. Quit. 555 on my timer. You got it. Like, I just knew we were, we were supported. And so when it came time for me to quit, I was like, how come, I don't have this person who's like, yes, of course you're safe to quit. Of course you can do it. Do it. Yeah, you don't have to work hard. Don't stress. I was sad that I didn't have that. And then I realized, okay, this is a crazy thing. I realized I actually do have that. The reason Billy was able to quit so easily, the reason Billy was able to feel so safe quitting the job he hated, was because he was attached to a source of safety. Me. I was the source of safety that allowed Billy to feel safe enough to let go of this job he hated. He knew he was going to be safe, supported, because he was connected to the source of safety. Okay, stick with me. So, if I am the source of safety for Billy, why couldn't I also be the source of safety for myself? The important part of it is that, I was the source of safety for Billy. So I was the source of safety. And if I was the source of safety then, I must still be the source of safety now. Oh my gosh. And when I realized that, I was able to switch from this victim mindset of how come when I want to quit, I don't have this source of safety to rely on in order to take this jump, take this leap, this scary leap. I don't have this source of safety. I went from this victim mindset to this empowered mindset of wait, I was the source of safety for Billy when he wanted to take this jump. I must still be the source of safety for me now that I want to take this jump. And when I realized that, it was easy and everything just fell into place. And I found an account, a series of accounts that had almost $500,000 in it. And I was like, duh, I'm so proud of myself for trusting that I was the source. The source of my safety is not Donald Trump or Elon Musk or these matrix systems that are made up. I'm the source. And so if I'm a lot of people at my old job, a lot of people are no, I could never quit. Oh no, because they have this fear of themselves being the source. They don't trust that they are going to be able to source themselves. They think their best bet is to have Donald Trump or Elon Musk or these systems, the American empire, be the source of their safety. And as long as they submit to that source, as long as they attach themselves to that source of safety, they'll be okay. But babe, that's the illusion of safety. The people at my old job are so afraid. They're so stifled. They're so suppressed that it just can't be good for their health. So I started to think about the source of life, of safety, of nourishment. When you think about the ocean, okay, a lot rivers, the source of a river is the ocean, okay? Great civilizations needed to be set up on a source of water, oftentimes the river. So the source of these civilizations, the source of life for people were a river or an ocean, and the source of origin for that river is the ocean. Okay. Can you ever imagine an ocean being like, oh, how am I going to have energy to fuel me? Am I going to have enough of me? How am I going to be able to survive? It's crazy even what I'm saying, because we know that the source is the ocean. The ocean is the source. The ocean is the source of life, of energy, of safety, of transformation. So the source doesn't have to be afraid. Everyone else comes to the source. So the source, the ocean, doesn't have to be afraid of like, oh, are there going to be enough people around me? Is there going to be enough food sources? Is there going to be enough community? Is there going to be enough space? No, the ocean is like, yeah, I'm good. So the ocean doesn't need to worry about how it will be sourced, how it will be resourced. The ocean is the source. And so all the ocean has to do is like renew itself, is to rid itself of stuff that is not it. And that's how it like stays sustainable. The source, the ocean, is just like, stop dumping your trash in me. Even if you do, that's fine. I'm so vast that I'm going to alchemize it and turn it into something, powerful. I'm going to be so deep and profound and treacherous that humans, I'm going to overpower you. Y'all can try to dump whatever you want in me. You can try to traverse me if you want. You can try to explore my depths, but like, I'm going to crush you. So the source doesn't have to be afraid of how they're going to make it. The source doesn't have to be afraid. The source doesn't have to be, the source isn't in a scarcity mindset. The source knows that it is the source. So what do they have to be afraid of? What does the ocean have to fear? And so back to me. I think one of humans' power is in our ability to connect to source. It's in our unique ability to connect to the divine, the source of everything. Because even as I talk about like the ocean as the source, presumably, the source, the ocean, came from somewhere, from something, from some animating force. So the source, the ocean, came from a source. And maybe the reason the ocean is the source is because of its ability to connect to the divine source of everything. And maybe that's also humans' power, is in our ability to connect to the source. It gives us our ability to create something from nothing. It, gives us our ability to transcend previous laws of nature. So your superpower is in going within the source. And like, of course, the Matrix wants you to think the source is outside of you. It's a person in the sky, and you have to go through a guy who went to, priest school in order to get access to. No, babe. The ocean just has to go within itself to find the source. The ocean doesn't have to like create a temple to a god outside of itself to give thanks for itself. Like, no, babe. The ocean just has to go within. The source just has to go within. The source just has to keep renewing itself. So that's why I actually spend so much time renewing myself, getting in touch with myself, disconnecting from other people, other potential sources. I try to just purify myself, renew myself, filter out what is not me, filter out the things that are coming to me to resource them. If I'm going to be able to resource others, I'm going to have to first source myself. So good. All right. If this resonated with you, please leave me an ocean wave emoji. You know what I mean. You know the one I'm talking about, because you're the ocean, babe. You're the source. You are the source of safety. You are the source of nourishment. You are the source of freedom. You're the source of life. So don't let these other people trick you into thinking, actually, the source of your safety is outside of yourself, and your safety depends on submitting to another source. Babe, go within. Go within. The source is within you. Everything you need is within you, like an ocean. There's more than enough energy. There's more than enough resources for the ocean. They don't have to look outside of itself. And neither do you. Okay. All right, babes. I just wanted to get on real quick. That was in my spirit, and I had to share it with you. And I'm probably going to share it with you in lots of other different ways. I know if this resonated with you and you made it to the end, give me a subscribe and a like, and give me a wave emoji, like an ocean wave emoji in the comments. And yeah, I know you guys are getting like messages like this in different forms from other readers, people you stumble across on YouTube and Instagram and stuff. And like, the reason you stayed around so long is because I'm resonating with you. And I might not be the one to make it stick for you, but you're going to keep hearing these same things about how you're the source. There is no difference between you and the divine. Like, you don't have to be afraid. So yeah. All right. I love you guys. All right. Bring your forehead up against the screen. Okay. I love you. And this is all made up. All right. And you are the source. So what do you have to be afraid of? The ocean isn't like, oh my God, where am I going to get enough water from? Like, no, the ocean is just like, I'm enough. I'm more than enough. Are you kidding? Yeah. So anyway, I love you guys. I will talk to you very soon. Yeah. Give me a subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 1,111 subscribers by the end of 2025. And I know it's going to happen because I'm the source. And it's just, I don't know. Things are easy for me. Yeah. All right. Also, love this ear cuff, right? So cute. Ooh. Such fun, easy jewelry. All right, my darlings. Like, comment, subscribe. Give me a donation. Sow a seed into this. Greetings from Hungary. Hungary. Budapest, I want to say, is the capital of Hungary. Yeah. So, anyway, I love you guys. And I'll talk to you soon, okay? Thank you so much for stopping by. All right, we'll talk. I love you. Later, babes. Correct on the Budapest. I love that. And I said it right, too. Okay. Anyway, salam, my loves. And yalla bye, babies.